Khloe Kardashian and Scott Disick respond to speculation about him fathering her child. Hi, before we continue, please subscribe to the channel for all Kardashians news and updates. Khloe Kardashian and Scott Disick respond to speculations about past pregnancy rumors. In the ever-evolving world of celebrity gossip, few names attract attention like the Kardashians. Their lives, relationships, and friendships are constantly dissected and discussed by fans and tabloids alike. Among these relationships, the bond between Khloe Kardashian and Scott Disick has been a topic of speculation for years. Despite their well-documented status as close friends, rumors have swirled around them, ranging from secret romances to even pregnancy claims. On the debut episode of Khloe Kardashian's new podcast, Khloe in Wonderland, she and Scott Disick decided to tackle some of the most absurd and persistent rumors head-on. The episode offered a candid and often humorous conversation between the two longtime friends, providing fans with insight into their dynamic and clarifying misconceptions. Khloe Kardashian, best known for her role on The Kardashians and as the co-founder of Good American, has shared a strong bond with Scott Disick for many years. Scott, who famously dated Khloe's sister Kourtney Kardashian for nearly a decade, is the father of Kourtney's 3 children, Mason, Penelope, and Reign. Despite his split from Kourtney in 2015, Scott has remained close to the Kardashian family, especially Khloe, with whom he has developed a deep, platonic friendship. During the podcast episode, Khloe and Scott addressed a particularly bizarre rumor from the past. According to Scott, his late parents, Jeffrey and Bonnie Disick, would often call him in a state of confusion or concern after reading various tabloid headlines about him. One recurring rumor that especially baffled them was the claim that Scott had gotten Khloe pregnant. Scott recalled how his parents, deeply affected by sensationalized tabloid reports, would ask him almost daily if there was any truth to the stories. Their confusion and concern were evident, as they tried to make sense of the relentless gossip that surrounded their son. Scott, clearly amused by the memory, shared how he would sarcastically respond to his father's inquiries by affirming the absurd claims just to ease the conversation. He laughingly recounted, "Every day, they were like, 'You got Khloe pregnant.' And I'm like, 'Yes, Dad, I got Khloe pregnant.' And he's like, 'Okay.'" His humorous delivery highlighted the ridiculousness of the rumor while also shedding light on how these false stories affected his parents. Khloe quickly interjected to ensure that no one misunderstood Scott's sarcasm, stating firmly, "You never got me pregnant." Her tone was lighthearted but also served to set the record straight, especially for listeners who may have taken Scott's comments too literally. The pair's banter underscored their comfort with one another and their shared exasperation with the never-ending stream of fabricated headlines. Scott went on to explain how, during the height of his relationship with Kourtney, his name was frequently entangled with those of her sisters, particularly Khloe and Kim. According to Scott, the late 2000s were a particularly intense period when tabloid culture thrived on creating dramatic, attention-grabbing headlines involving the Kardashian family. Stories of cheating, secret affairs, and surprise pregnancies became almost commonplace, even if they bore little resemblance to reality. "Every week I got a different sister pregnant," Scott joked, illustrating the absurdity of the rumors. Like, "Where's the kids?" His humor emphasized how preposterous the allegations were, especially given the sheer volume and frequency with which they were fabricated. Although years have passed since those wild tabloid days, Khloe noted that some fans continue to speculate about the nature of her relationship with Scott. The widespread assumption that something more than friendship must be occurring between them has persisted despite their repeated denials. On her podcast, Khloe revealed that she had conducted a poll asking her audience who they most wanted to hear featured on her show. To her surprise, Scott emerged as the top choice. While this made sense given their close friendship and Scott's popularity among fans, the follow-up questions she received were more unexpected. Khloe explained, "My number one question, well, I think there's 2 questions, have you and I ever hooked up?" This inquiry, which had apparently circulated among fans for years, was finally being addressed directly by the two of them. Scott, always quick with a joke, responded with a playful, "FK yeah," causing Khloe to laugh before clarifying the truth. "No, we haven't," she stated firmly, cutting through the humor with straightforward honesty. Khloe then shared another question that seemed even more far-fetched but apparently common enough to merit discussion: why weren't she and Scott married? This question appeared to genuinely shock Scott, who hadn't anticipated that their friendship would be mistaken for romantic interest to such an extent. Reflecting on the various rumors, Scott acknowledged that many were likely rooted in the simple observation that he and Khloe were exceptionally close. From a tabloid perspective, this closeness was fertile ground for creating stories, regardless of their accuracy. "I don't think it has any truth," Scott said. "So they just run with anything. Just like, oh look at their relationship, they're close. Boom. Let's just say something ridiculous." His frustration was evident, but so was his amusement at how absurd the situation had become over the years. Scott further elaborated on the dynamic between him and Khloe, describing their friendship as a genuine connection built on mutual understanding and shared experiences. For him, the idea that their relationship could be misconstrued as romantic was baffling. "Like, bro," Scott deadpanned. "I have children with her sister. We're not soulmates. Obviously, I say a lot of gross things that are probably too much, but that's just who I am. I'm not serious." His candidness was both refreshing and disarming, allowing listeners to gain insight into his personality and sense of humor. He concluded by emphasizing the impossibility of anything romantic between him and Khloe. The fact that people think that is psychotic. Despite the rumors, Scott and Khloe have managed to maintain a strong, platonic bond that continues to thrive. While Scott's relationship with Kourtney may be over, the friendship he shares with Khloe remains as close as ever. Though the rumor mill will likely never stop churning, their conversation on the podcast made one thing clear: Khloe Kardashian and Scott Disick are best friends, nothing more, nothing less. Meanwhile, Khloe Kardashian has sparked new speculation about plastic surgery after posting a series of heavily filtered selfies on Instagram that highlight her recent hair change. Following her return to her natural brunette color, the 40-year-old reality star faced immediate rumors suggesting she may have had cosmetic procedures to alter her looks. Reddit users speculated about possible changes to her face in response to the photos. One commenter remarked, "At this point, she's less about keeping up with the Kardashians, and more about catching up with the surgeon. There are so many transformations." Another user noted, "She looks different in every picture. I can't keep up with her face anymore." A third added, "It's hilarious that the editing is so extreme that it doesn't even look like her anymore." However, some fans defended her, expressing their admiration for her new hair color. One commented, "This hair color looks great on you, Khloe, heart eyes emoji gorgeous," while another urged her to maintain the color. DailyMail.com has reached out to her representative for a comment but has not yet received a response. Over the years, Kardashian has faced criticism for her use of filters, editing apps like FaceApp, and for undergoing various cosmetic surgeries. In 2021, she finally admitted to having a nose job after years of speculation about her changing looks. Thanks for watching. Please do well to share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more Kardashian updates.